And here we are once again for another Eurovision Kiki as we preview songs that are coming out for national finals. And this week, it is time to discuss Norway.
Yes, another Melodi Grand Prix. And to
Another
those of
one.
you who may be new to the Eurovision Kiki podcast, welcome. Starting to
Yes, welcome.
Starting to see a little bit of an uptick. So if you're new to the Eurovision Kiki podcast, welcome. You might have found us from some recent shorts or clips here and there. So happy to have you aboard. Be sure to continue to like and follow and subscribe if you're just now catching wind of us. We're on YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, and TikTok. So that's my little spiel here at the beginning.
Thank you.
But as mentioned,
product placement.
Little product placement there. But as mentioned, Denmark and Norway like to confuse us common folk over here on the other side of the pond. And so we have not one, but two Melodi Grand Prix that we have to keep an eye on. Last week we focused on Denmark. This week we will shift our focus to their friends over in Norway.
Perfect. And so we've got 9 songs, and let's go ahead and just talk a little bit about all of them, and then we're going to give our rankings at the end, give our top 5. So we're just going to go in alphabetical order. So we're going to start at the top of the list with our returner, Alexander Rybak.
Yes. For folks
Great, you're back. Thank you.
Yeah. For folks who may not be familiar with Alexander Rybak, he is a returning winner of Eurovision Song Contest from back in the day with Fairy Tale, and then has since returned again in past Eurovision Song Contest years, and is now trying to come back for a third time with his song Rise. Same formula, different year, in my opinion. Nothing new here to see, honestly. It's cute.
It's really not. It's a rehash of what you've done before.
Yeah.
We get your signature violin playing, which is fine,
it's on
I
brand.
guess.
It's on brand.
But I almost felt like this song was relying heavily on the violin. Like, I'm not sure what to write here. I'm not sure how this should go. You know what? Let's just add some more violin and call it a day.
Yeah. I don't not like the song. However, it is not necessarily, when I look at where we're at in 2026, it's not necessarily one that I would be like, okay, Norway, this is your winner. Let's go with this. If I were to go back to, say, like Oktoberfest, because I've been before in Munich, and I find myself in a beer tent in my lederhosen with my friends, and all of a sudden there's a polka band that's like, we have a special guest with us, y'all. Please welcome Alexander Rybak. And he brought out his violin, and he's like, I got backup polka band folks with us here, and we're gonna play Rise. I'm gonna get up on a table in my lederhosen with my beer stein. I'm gonna be like, I'm vibing with this. It's that kind of song for me. Do I see it as one that has the quality to really represent Norway with where we're at right now? No.
You definitely painted a very specific picture. I appreciate that. I just think that he's given us what he's given before, and that is feeling dated.
Dated is a great way to put it, as well. Like, for 2010, this would have been a great song. For 2011, this would have been a great song. For 2012, maybe even a good song. But we all know that, like, what happened in 2012. Loreen won. So maybe not 2012.
The point here is that it's a decent enough song that you're not skipping it because it's just awful. You're skipping it because there's more exciting things to come on the playlist.
For real. It's nice to see that he is still around and relevant. And I apologize in advance for the Alexander Rybak fans that may be listening to this episode or what have you. It's just, to me, we've seen and heard it before, and it's just kind of time to move on.
People love a returner, and I think that that's what he's hoping for. That's what he's banking on, saying, you know what, Loreen did it, I'm going to do it again. And hopefully Norway says, thank you for coming back. We appreciate it. We appreciate the publicity that you gave to our contests, but see yourself out. That's what I'm hoping for.
And that's great. And if you want to be one of those returners, let's have some variety. I know we've talked about past returners, and they do just that. Unfortunately, Alexander Rybak has just not done that. In this situation, I don't think he's done that.
Yeah, this isn't it. No. So we will find ourselves now with Emma and Northern Lights. And so just so we're giving some context, this is actually the younger sister of Marcus and Martinus. So even her Instagram, like her tagline of "Here's who I am," it says, "I'm the sister of," and you're just like, okay, did we need that? Are you banking on that notoriety and that you're not sure that your song can stand on its own? That's what I'm worried that's what that says. Now, with that in mind, I actually do like this song.
It is a catchy and cute song, and it gives me, you've called me out on this numerous times when you're like, well, what about your like earthy, ethereal fairies, cult lady type of vibe that you're always looking for? I'm like, well, yeah, it's like there's too earthy, and then there's like the right type of like earth. Emma's giving it to me. Emma gave me like my ethereal fairy-like take me to the Northern Lights vibe that I've been looking for, which is what I'm loving.
Yes.
Let's separate the sibling connection here. And also Marcus and Martinus represented Sweden. So like, you know, differentiate yourself. Yes, you are all from Norway, but let's separate ourselves so that you can stand out a little bit.
Right. I think the song is good enough to stand on its own 2 feet. And so I guess it slightly disappoints me that she is using that as the way to sort of draw people in. But I guess that's a marketing tool. Use what you got. So I don't know. It makes me slightly indifferent, but to your point, it's feeling light, it's feeling ethereal in a fun way, not a earthy, crunchy granola way. I enjoy it. I really like it. Now, Northern Lights, okay, Scandinavia, groundbreaking. Like, there's been a song about the Northern Lights, I feel like, every year for the past millennia. You know? But she's doing it. She's doing it right. I will give her that.
Let's shout out to Emmy, who did not make the wild card draw, and her reference to Northern Lights as well. Pour one out for Emmy. So there's that. No, you know, to what you're saying, I enjoy this song. I find it whimsical and light and all of those types of analogies where I'm like, yeah, let's lay on the floor and stare at the sky and see all of the different colors during like a good sunrise or a good sunset and feel the feelings, if you will.
Yeah. I think it's got potential.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right. Now we move on to, is it Hedeme?
You know what? We'll go with it.
So her name sounds like, you know, 1930s Hannah May from the South. Anyways. So, and her song Snap Back.
This is a good song. I do enjoy it. And I know that's quite the face. Mm-hmm. For those that might be watching this on
Sorry,
Spotify,
my face is facing.
Yeah, for those that are listening on Spotify, you might not see that. But if you jump over to YouTube, you'll see the face. Here's my issue with the song. For those that might be following Melody Festival in 2026, I get some similarities to Jacqueline's Woman. So, like, I have a hard time of differentiating the two songs. Maybe listen to them side by side, or like go listen to Woman by Jacqueline and then go listen to Snap Back. And to me, there are some similarities there just from like the beat and kind of just like the vibe and the tone that I'm getting. And I think that's kind of why I like it, is just because they both kind of have that same vibe to them, if you will.
Interesting. There's two songs that you're comparing. One of them is Good, and the other one is Snapback. So yeah. I guess, yeah.
You're shocked, and I get it. But
now, when you're making this comparison, are you doing so in the sense that you enjoy both songs?
Yes, I enjoy both of them.
Oh,
so, you clearly do not enjoy this song. So go.
How did you guess? Is it my face?
Well,
it's my face.
It's both the face as well as the fact that you're like, how are you? What comparison? That's what you're skirting around right now.
Honestly, this song for me is forgettable. As I was preparing for this, I was like, all right, we got 8 songs. And then I was like, oh no, we have 9 songs. Which song did I forget? Like, that's the level of forgetfulness of this. For me, it doesn't stick around. It is a Kylie Minogue B-side track that she just threw together because she needed an extra song on the album. Like, it is entirely forgetful for me.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Something tells me that our top 5 might not be.
I think our top 5 might
similar.
Be a little skewed, and that's okay.
And that's fine.
Yeah,
it's okay.
It is.
So, any other thoughts on your girl for Snapback?
I get the burlesque with Woman again. I'm doing comparison here because like
okay, in a good way.
In a good way, Jacqueline's Woman had that kind of fun burlesque-ish type of choreography, and again, that's what I get as well with this. So like in my head, where I think that I'm dancing along to it, but at my age it can be somewhat difficult to do so. I'm down on the floor, moving and grooving and kind of like doing some of the sexy dances and sexy vibes with it, and kind of like doing some of that.
Okay.
And I'm enjoying it. I'm living my best life with it.
If you're painting this picture of what her stage performance could look like, then I will leave an open mind to say, let's see that performance, let's see that staging, because there have been many a times where I have gone in and I have said, no, thank you. And then they've performed the hell out of it. Their staging was fantastic. And I said, okay, I will happily eat my words and say, I'm in. So maybe this is it.
Yep.
Show me that I'm wrong.
There we go.
Perfect. And so that leads us into Jonas Love with Yeah, Yeah, Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's fun, and it's one of those songs that I do find that just kind of like floats around in the middle, but it does have one of those qualities to it where I'm taken back to like the mid 2000s when we were all just kind of like going through our somewhat pop punk era, and just having a good time with it, where we've got some beanies on in the middle of the summer when that was completely unnecessary.
We still do that in the Pacific Northwest, but go on.
But go off. Birkenstock and whatnot with your flannel. 90s fashion is coming back, by the way, folks. Like, just remember that. But I do enjoy it. It's just got like that kind of vibe to it where, you know, I can rally behind it. I also find it to be safe.
I agree. I think it's fun. I think it's upbeat. I don't think it takes itself too seriously, but I do find myself asking, like, does this really go anywhere? Did it take us anywhere? I think the answer is probably no, but I still enjoyed it. So
Yeah.
it's kind of mid, but then we also only have 9 songs. So I don't know. I don't think this holds up against some of the other rock songs that we have heard from other national finals. Now, I'm still waiting for Eurovision to select a rock song for us. I think we need at least 1 or 2 of those every year to just kind of balance things out. I don't think that this one is it, but I still enjoy it.
I agree. What's also interesting too, and like, I don't know if we want to talk about this because then we're going to go down into like the complexity of Norway, was the wild card draw. Because to me, it surprises me that Jonas Love was part of the original 8 with his song. And I felt that there could have potentially been other songs in the wild card that were stronger.
Are you talking about maybe Gothmeister? Gothminister?
Or yes, Gothminister.
Gothminister.
That to me, I enjoyed that song much more than Jonas Love.
Yes. If we want to open up that can of worms.
Yeah.
For those of us who follow us on Instagram, I had posted a poll asking, did you think that the Battle In songs were better than the songs that are already automatically advanced? And actually, the poll did say slightly in favor of the Battle In songs. And I am one of those. Honestly, all of the songs that were battling in were strong. They were working hard to get there, and it's almost like, guys, why didn't we just do like a semifinal?
Yeah.
Because I do think that some of these songs that are automatically through, you're going, you wouldn't have had a chance against some of the other ones that were already eliminated, because they were fighting hard. And of course we'll get to Into the Wild, who won the duel, but they had some stiff competition. In some respects, one could argue that Into the Wild has already beat the hardest songs, and now it's just, well, the voters do the right thing.
Put a pin in it. So suffice to say, Jonas Love, it's an okay song. It's safe. Interesting that it was one of the original 8 that qualified. And I think if I'm, going through our list correctly, the next one is Leonardo Amor with Prayer. And this kind of falls into that same category where I'm like, how are you one of the original 8 when there could have been favoritism here? Somebody like Emmy, who actually had an okay song in the wild card draw, that to me is stronger than Prayer.
Yes.
And I have nothing. It's an okay song, but I don't really have anything positive to say about it. And like, those are my notes.
I just don't think it can compete with the rest of the songs. I don't think it's the same caliber. Yeah. I find it a little too preachy for my taste. I might not live in Europe, but as I understand, Europe is not overly religious, or at least I don't know.
Welcome to our We Don't Know European Music segment of this episode.
For me, this is not. I don't see this at Eurovision. I don't see this in the same. Honestly, like, this feels more like Sunday church service. Youth group leading the rest of the congregation.
I have nothing else to contribute.
And with that said, let's move on to Milo, and Frankenstein.
Frankenstein, not your brain, not your mind.
It is an earworm. Yep. That is for damn sure.
Yeah, there's a lot going on here.
In the best possible way.
Okay.
Oh. I feel some tension in the Kiki. Say more. It's quirky. It's fun. It's got a good rhythm. I can sing along, which of course we know I'm your basic like 13-year-old Swedish girl. Like I love me a sing along. I want him and Steve Castile to do a mashup between their songs because it's kind of giving epic monsters between like werewolves and Frankenstein. Like I'm getting similar vibes. I really like it. He previously competed in 2024 with a song called You're Mine. Back then they were doing heats, and he did not advance to the finals. I think for him this is a great improvement. You can definitely feel the style and the sound that he's going for between the two songs, so there is some cohesiveness, if you will, and you understand who he is as an artist. And I think Frankenstein is an elevated song choice for Norway.
I'm going to let you have this, and this is why. Couple of reasons. Me more. One, we love Steve Castile. Let that be known. Number two.
Always
and forever. Number two, you all let me have ticks for Norway, despite you and Katie's feelings toward him and Fallen Angel, and Norway's decision to take him.
Why are you going to bring up that trauma?
Over Kaino in 2021. And granted, Kaino can do no wrong. In fact,
and the world knows it.
And the world knows this. In fact, they should just send Kaino every year, and I feel like everything would be okay. That's obviously never going to happen, but in this case,
but I like that idea. Say more.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they're going on a world tour here momentarily, so they just can't make it happen right now in 2026. But
they're too cool for it.
I'm going to let you have Milo and Frankenstein. When we get to our ranking, you will see that Milo does not make my top 5. So.
Thank you for joining us. Have a great day. I don't know what's going on here. We have never been further apart.
And
okay.
Period. You ate that, sis.
What is it about the song for you?
To me, it's just I think I will need to actually see it as a live performance to actually like rally behind it or manifest it. But I am just not like. There are stronger songs in my top 5 that to me, I'm like, this is Eurovision quality. This is Eurovision quality. This is Eurovision quality. That I'm like, you have better options than what I'm currently listening to now. And if you picked this one, we gonna have problems.
Oh. It's probably good that you are not in our house currently.
Because this is all you're playing.
Because between this and Death of Me, it's about the 2 songs that are happening on repeat.
Okay.
So, okay.
All right.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna take a moment. I'm gonna recognize that you are incorrect, but I still love you. So let's move forward. And we have, is it Silk and Forevermore?
My throwback to Dance Dance Revolution and the many hours that I used to play that on my PlayStation 2 in my college dorm. And yes, I just dated myself so hard right now.
It's
But
fine.
that is the nicest way that I can say, like, I love this song and I like jam out to it, because like that's immediately where my head goes. I'm like, I see the arrows and I see where I should be placing my feet on the dance pad while this is playing, and looking a mess, but a mess in all of the right ways.
It is definitely giving a very strong, like, electronic beat. We get a dance break. It really does, as you mentioned, call back to that nostalgic era. You know, will the listeners and the people who are voting appreciate that nostalgia?
Probably not, if I'm being truthful, but this is going to be like the guilty pleasure of mine that I am already knowing will likely go on the non-qualifying playlist. Prove me wrong, people of Eurovision and fans across Norway and the rest of the world. But I'm already like prepared to like post this on the NQ playlist going into like 2026.
You know, and there's definitely some elements that you can see that they're trying to give us Eurovision-esque, because it was like English, electronic dance beat, dance break. Oh wait, hold on. Let me throw some Norwegian in there just so you have a little bit of flair. So I think that was their nod to say, but this could be Eurovision. So
all of that.
It's still fun. I'm not gonna knock it because I had fun with it. You will see it in my top 5, so I can't complain.
Same.
Good. All right. So next we get to Skrellex, not to be confused with Skrillex. They are not the same.
They're not the same, folks. And I've already had friends DM me like, "How do you know about Skrillex?" Girl, separate people. She not the same.
No. But what I can say about the Skrellex we are talking about today, they've been around for several years and participated in Melodi Grand Prix back in 2023 with the song Love Again, which I have actually had on my playlist for a couple of years now, and I've really enjoyed it. I was excited to see her back. I think she has already gone through it by knocking out some amazing songs that, you know, we've got Emmy, we had Goth Minister, we had Rayleigh, who's also, I mean, these artists have participated in Melodi Grand Prix before. They came out swinging, and she has already said, "Look, the voters, yeah, the voters said I'm going through, so I've already done the toughest part of the competition."
Yep. The song is called "Into the Wild," by the way. We forgot to mention that part. And into the wild we go indeed. I love this song. This is my song that's currently on repeat.
I mean, it definitely gets me hyped. I was here every step of the way. I actually made an account and I voted for all of the duels, and I voted for her the entire way through.
Yeah.
So
it's one of the first songs that I turn on in the morning as I'm getting ready for my morning workout to just get myself hyped and ready to go. It's definitely on the playlist, you know, as part of my workout, as part of the day. And I'm pretty sure my husband is sick of it, but he's just going to have to get used to it because, like, it's bop.
It's bop.
I'm hopeful for great things this year for Skrellex.
I could not agree more. I think that this song has potential. As you mentioned, being on repeat, I don't know what else to say other than I think it's great. So there you have it.
There it is.
There we be. So, all right. Last but not least, in this group of 9, is Storm with Lullaby.
It's less of that, but I love it. I don't know if you find that surprising or not.
I can't. Well, I mean, I know that we both appreciate a good rock song.
Yes.
I'm just surprised that this is that rock song.
So to me, it's like a combination of a couple things. Like for our American audience, and I could be completely wrong, but to me, it's like Good Charlotte meets Simple Plan meets Newfound Glory meets Sum 41. And
that is a lot going on there.
That is. For our, Eurovision Song Contest listeners, I get remnants of Finland's 2021 Blind Channel and Finland's 2022 The Rasmus, where you do get elements of like that rockish vibe from both of them. And even possibly 2023's Lord of the Lost, Blood and Glitter, where like it's rockish but fun in like those ways. That's where it goes for me. Like it's fun. It's fun rocky in that type of way.
Yeah, no, I'm hearing you. Your feelings are valid. No.
But here's where you're wrong.
I don't see some of those comparisons. Like for me, Blood and Glitter, yes, it might have done poorly in the final standings, but I still rock out to it. It's still on a playlist. I still enjoy it.
Disregard
for
that
me.
There's top 5 politics there.
Sure. For me, this song, something about the cadence of it, and especially the opening for it, kind of pushes me away, and then I'm like checked out for the rest of it. I'm always looking for that good rock song. For me, this is not it.
Interesting. Okay.
And I don't really have much of an explanation as to why, other than you hear it, you didn't vibe with it, and no matter how many times I run through this playlist from top to bottom, it's not jumping out at me as a top 5.
Okay.
So
I'm now very fascinated. We've gone through like all 9 of them, and so now I am very interested.
You're like still wondering like what the hell is he even putting in his top
5? I am interested to see what your top 5 is. I have a feeling that our number 1 is going. I could be wrong, but let's go.
All right, here we go. So, do you want to get us started, Steven? Give us your top 5.
Yeah. So, top 5 for me, starting at number 5. We've got Head of May with Snapback. Number 4, Storm with Lullaby. Number 3, we have Emma with Northern Lights. Number 2, we've got Silk with Forevermore. And coming in at number 1, I think it's her year, Skrellex. Let's go Into the Wild.
All right. Now, for me, number 5 is going to be Jonas Love with Yeah, Yeah, Yeah. Number 4 is Silk, Forevermore. Number 3, Emma with Northern Lights. And this is where it gets tough for me. I actually have gone back and forth. I'm not sure I'm settled, but for the purposes of locking in an answer, I'm going to say number 2 is Skrellex, Into the Wild, and number 1 is Milo, Frankenstein.
So interesting. Do you want to know where I put Jonas Love and Milo on my list?
Probably 8 and 9.
I put Jonas as my number 6. Like Jonas is right there. Like
okay, on the bubble.
On the bubble. Jonas is my number 6. Milo is my number 9. Or no, I'm sorry. Milo is my number 8.
I was gonna say he's at least better than Prayer, at least better than Rise.
He's better than Prayer. Alexander Rybak is right there at number 7.
I am flabbergasted in all those
because again
things.
like I know that like if Roger and I were to go back to Oktoberfest, I know that like I just get Oktoberfest vibes with Rise. Like, give the polka band the sheet music, and somebody's going to be there with a fiddle and an accordion and like the tuba and other brass instruments, and we're gonna jam out to Rise on a table. So,
well, there you have it. Those are our top five. I don't think we've ever been more apart with some of those selections. Certainly not as close as we were when it came to Denmark. So we shall see. The Norway's Melodi Grand Prix takes place on February 28th. So we've got a couple of more weeks to continue to get hyped for that. So
best of luck to all of the competing artists for Norway going in this year. And let's hope for some good outcomes from this country. And
depending on who you are.
Depending on who you are, let's hope that you do the right thing. And I'm interested to know what our listeners are thinking out there. So let us know in the comments section if you're listening on Spotify or if you're catching this on YouTube. So drop those comments down below. And I think that'll do it for this week's episode with Doug and I. Thanks again for jumping in and listening to our thoughts as the two of us just banter on and on about what we think we know about European music, which is minimal, but that's okay. Be sure to like and subscribe to our content. You can also catch us on Instagram or on TikTok at Eurovision Kiki, where you can like and follow our content there. Catch weekly content as well on our YouTube channel by searching Eurovision Kiki podcast and subscribing there. And that'll do it for this week's episode. And we will see you all at the next Kiki. Bye.